From breadbasket to boardroom strategy, a practical playbook for wheat farming in Nigeria. Global geopolitics has an uncanny ability to reach straight into the nation's breadbasket. Between the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, which disrupted one of the world's largest wheat export corridors, and escalating tensions in the Middle East, including the recent US-Israel confrontation with Iran, global grain supply chains are becoming increasingly fragile. For Nigeria, a country that consumes vast quantities of wheat but produces only a small fraction locally, this volatility is not merely a diplomatic headache, it is a looming food security risk. Nigeria spends enormous sums on wheat imports every year, largely because domestic production remains low despite favorable pockets of land and climate. Yet within this challenge lies an extraordinary opportunity. SME farmers can pivot into wheat cultivation as a strategic import substitution industry. With the right agronomy, irrigation, seed varieties, and market linkages, wheat farming could become one of Nigeria's most lucrative and strategically important agricultural sectors. This series explores how. Series Introduction. It's Wednesday, the 4th of March 2026. Welcome to the 153rd edition of the Aurea series. In this video, we do a deep dive into wheat farming in Nigeria. Before we get started, we would like to take a moment to welcome you to this channel. If you are visiting us for the first time, please subscribe, smash the like button, share this video and help us grow our family. If you have already subscribed, then show your support by liking the video and making a comment. Now let's jump right back in. The wheat imperative: why Nigeria must grow what it eats. Nigeria's appetite for wheat is vast. Bread, noodles, pasta, biscuits and pastries are now staples in both urban and rural diets. But the overwhelming majority of wheat used by Nigerian millers is imported.
The risk. When war disrupts supply routes in Eastern Europe or sanctions reshape global trade flows, Nigerian bakeries, millers and households immediately feel the shock through rising prices. Local wheat production therefore isn't simply agriculture, it is national economic security. Fortunately, research shows that wheat cultivation in Nigeria is not only feasible but economically viable, with yields of up to 6 to 7 tons per hectare using improved heat-tolerant varieties. Where wheat thrives in Nigeria, the Northern Opportunity Belt. Not every inch of Nigeria is suited to wheat. The crop thrives best in the country's northern dry season ecology and highland zones. Research identifies 13 core wheat-producing states, primarily within the northern belt between latitudes 10 degrees and 14 degrees north. Top wheat-producing states: Kano, Jigawa, Kebbi, Sokoto, Katsina, Zamfara, Kaduna, Bauchi, Gom, Yobe, Borno, Adamawa, and Plateau. Among these, Kano and Jigawa historically record some of the largest cultivated areas, while Plateau often records higher yields due to favorable altitude and climate. Imagine wheat zones. Recent research suggests wheat cultivation is expanding beyond traditional zones into Toroba Highlands, Cross River Highlands, Plateau Highlands. These areas benefit from cooler temperatures suitable for rain-fed wheat cultivation. Climate matters, wheat sweet spot. Wheat may be hardy, but it is picky about temperature. Optimal conditions include temperature 10 to 25 degrees Celsius during growth stages. Night temperatures 15 to 20 degrees Celsius during key growing months. Growing season November to March, dry season in northern Nigeria. Rainfall, low rainfall preferred during grain development. These cooler conditions occur naturally during the Harmattan period, making the dry season ideal for irrigated wheat cultivation. Soil, the underground engine of wheat yield. Healthy wheat fields begin below ground. Ideal soil characteristics:
sandy loam to clay loam soils, good drainage, moderate organic matter, neutral to slightly alkaline pH, and low waterlogging risk. Well-drained fertile soils with good internal structure are essential to avoid root disease and yield losses. Fertilizer essentials. Studies across northern states show widespread deficiencies in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, and boron. To achieve 4 to 5 tons per hectare, soil preparation should include roughly 5 tons of organic fertilizer per hectare along with NPK and urea applications. Water is wealth, the irrigation advantage. In Nigeria, irrigation is the difference between hobby farming and commercial wheat production. Dry season wheat farming relies heavily on Fadima lands, river floodplains, dam irrigation, tube wells, river basin irrigation schemes. Nigeria has an estimated 650,000 hectares of potential irrigable farmland under river basin authorities and irrigation schemes. Optimal irrigation methods. Best performing systems include 1. Sprinkler irrigation. Ideal for medium to large farms. Uniform water distribution. 2. Drip irrigation. Efficient water use. Best for commercial operations. 3. Foul irrigation. Common among smallholders. Low cost but less efficient. 4. Raised bed irrigation. Reduces water loss. Improves fertilizer efficiency. The right seed, certified varieties for Nigerian farmers. Seeds determine up to 40% of yield potential. Recommended sources include key Nigerian seed institutions: Lake Chad Research Institute, LCI, National Agricultural Seeds Council, Agricultural Development Programs, ADPs, government-supported wheat initiatives. Improved heat-tolerant wheat varieties developed for Nigeria can deliver high yields even under tropical conditions. How big should a wheat farm be? For SME farmers, wheat farming scales surprisingly well. Optimal farm sizes. Farmer category. Recommended size. Smallholder. 2 to 5 hectares. SME commercial farm. 10 to 50 hectares. Commercial estates. 100 plus hectares.
Cluster farming models, where farmers aggregate land and share irrigation infrastructure, are increasingly popular in northern Nigeria. Harvest time, turning grain into gold. Wheat typically matures 110 to 130 days after planting. Signs of maturity: golden yellow spikes, dry straw, hard grain kernels. Harvesting methods include manual harvesting, suitable for small farms; mechanical harvesting. Combine harvesters increase efficiency, reduce post-harvest losses. Processing. From grain to bakery shelf. After harvesting, wheat undergoes several stages: threshing, separating grain from straw; cleaning, removing stones and debris; drying, reducing moisture to around 12%; storage, silos or sealed grain bags; milling, conversion into flour. Nigeria's large flour millers create a strong domestic market for locally grown wheat. The SME pivot, a new strategic model for Nigerian farmers. For Nigeria's SME farmers, wheat farming requires a strategic pivot, not just a crop change. 1. Move from rain-fed to irrigated agriculture. Dry season wheat farming offers better yield stability. 2. Form cooperative irrigation clusters. Pooling resources reduces infrastructure cost. 3. Integrate with flour millers. Forward contracts with millers guarantee markets. 4. Adopt mechanized farming. Mechanization reduces labor cost and harvest losses. 5. Use climate-resilient wheat varieties. New varieties are designed specifically for tropical conditions. A practical playbook for successful wheat farming. Step 1. Land preparation. Plow and harrow. Apply organic manure. Step 2 is seed selection. Purchase certified seeds. Treat seeds before planting. Step 3, planting. Best period, November-December. Row spacing, 20 to 25 centimeters. Step 4, irrigation. Maintain consistent soil moisture. Step 5, fertilizer application. Basal NPK application. Urea top dressing. Step 6, weed and pest control. Early herbicide application. Monitor rust and fungal diseases. Step 7. Harvest. Harvest between 110 to 130 days.
Step 8. Storage and marketing. Dry grains properly. Sell to millers or grain aggregators. The bigger picture, wheat as Nigeria's strategic crop. Nigeria's future food security may well depend on whether its farmers embrace wheat cultivation at scale. The country already has millions of hectares of suitable land, expanding irrigation infrastructure, climate-resilient seed varieties, and strong domestic demand. What is needed now is entrepreneurial farmers willing to treat wheat as an agribusiness, not just a crop. If SME farmers pivot successfully, Nigeria could transform from a wheat import giant into West Africa's next wheat production hub. And when global conflicts shake supply chains again, as they inevitably will, Nigeria's bread will be baked from grain grown on its own soil. Quote of the week: farming is a profession of hope. Brett Bryan.